Yo, what's going on, guys? I'm Sam. I'm here today with the iPhone 11. Yes, this is a dummy unit, so it doesn't work. If you tap on the screen, nothing happens. But what it does give us is an extremely close, almost one-to-one look of what the iPhone 11 and 11 Max, and I've also got this for you guys, a little surprise, the iPhone 11R as well are going to look like when they come out in now just under like 2 months. They're expected in September of 2019. So I want to give you guys the latest rumors in this video, as well as an up close and exclusive look at the design to show you guys, well, is it actually as ugly as all the pictures have depicted it to be? If you're excited for that, drop a like down below. Always helps out the channel when you do that, and hit subscribe so you stay up to date on the latest Apple news. Yeah, looking at the iPhone 11, it looks like the iPhone 10 and the iPhone 8 and the iPhone 7 and the iPhone 6. There's not a lot of aesthetic change here. Where the only major change on the phone happens is not only on just the iPhone 11 but also on the 11R as well, and of course that's with the camera bump. It is a big change, figuratively and literally, because it adds a third lens this year. Now, why Apple chose this triangular design, we have no idea why Apple chose this approach, for example, over like 3 cameras vertically aligned. It doesn't make a lot of sense just yet, unless there is some practical application. We got a fresh report from 9to5Mac today detailing some features of the iPhone 11, and one of the things they talk about is the third camera lens. What is it actually going to be there for? Well, we have learned it is going to be an ultra wide angle lens, which is going to have some cool application with software in conjunction with the brand new A13 processor. So 9to5Mac says that when you take a photo, even just a regular one on the iPhone 11, it's going to be able to use that third ultra wide angle lens to capture extra and excess detail and things around the photo that you don't see when you're taking the image. And then you'll be able to go back in post and crop in things that weren't there when you took the photo. So let's say you're rushing out to take a photo, you snap it, and then you realize you missed the actual thing you needed to get. With this new technology, Apple is going to possibly let you crop in or see that thing that you intended to take a picture of. Or if you're taking a photo of a group of people and the other people, like on the outside, left and right, or even top and bottom, get cut out, you may be able to edit it later in post and add them in. It's a really cool feature. I'm pretty sure we've seen this somewhere else before, but for that to be stock out-of-the-box functionality on everybody's iPhone 11, that's pretty cool, and that's like a practical upgrade that I'm like, all right, I see why they went with the third camera lens, and it makes it passable here. It's said to be called Smart Frame, and it also is going to work in video. So in addition to capturing that excess area around the frame in photos, you might be able to do the same thing with video, and how Apple's going to do that is going to be very impressive, and I think it will be largely dependent not only obviously on the third wide-angle camera, but also on the processor. It's going to have to be really powerful to do this efficiently. Taking a look at the front of the iPhone 11, also the 11R as well, there's not much change here. Really, the only aesthetical difference, again, is the huge camera bump on all 3 of the new models this year. But for the front-facing camera, although the notch is not shrinking, which I'm so disappointed about, to see OnePlus, everybody else in the game, Samsung, innovating the notch, changing it up, making it smaller each and every single year. We're having the same size, thick boy notch since we have had on the iPhone 10, which isn't horrible. Like, it's not gonna make the experience any worse, but it's not going to make it any better by that same token. Let me know if you guys think this sounds worth it. We are getting an upgraded true depth camera system, hopefully making Face ID a little bit quicker in conjunction with the upgrades that we've already seen in iOS 13, but we do know for sure now that there will be 120 FPS slow-mo video recording. So just like you can on the back, I think you can do up to 240 FPS, you will be able to do 120 FPS slow-mo selfie recording, so you can show all your friends and flex on them with the new iPhone. Now this likely means, I would assume, not confirmed, but I'd assume that the front-facing FaceTime HD camera will also be getting a megapixel bump, maybe to, I don't know, 10 or 12 megapixels. I think we're at like 7 or 8 now. So pictures look pretty crisp, but a front-facing camera upgrade, it is something that a lot of people use a lot, so a spec bump there would be very appreciated. You're probably gonna notice a trend with the iPhone 11, and that's that so many of the changes here are happening on the inside. Because on the inside of the iPhone 11, we're getting a new processor. We've already talked about that. It is going to be a lot faster than the A12 chip. Then we're talking about a new Taptic engine. That's a little vibration motor that's very subtle, makes it feel like, I don't know, somebody's maybe like bumping you with your phone, and it's not just like a lot of Android phones. It feels like you're in some sort of a World War III scenario where things are going wrong every time your phone vibrates. Apple's working to upgrade the Taptic engine inside of the iPhone 11 this year, both I believe on the 11R and the standard 11 and 11 Max. So it'll be even better than it was before, but we don't have a lot of detail about that yet. With the new Taptic engine, with the new camera, with the new processor, obviously all these things are going to draw battery. So I'm very happy to tell you guys that the one piece of good news we've heard time and time again for the 2019 iPhone models is that battery life is improving across the board. You're going to see the most subtle improvements in battery life on the iPhone 11R, just because not only is it still going to have an LCD screen this year, while the 11 and 11 Max are going to have OLED, so the 11R is going to have marginally better battery life. You're going to see some more significant improvements on the iPhone 11 and the iPhone 11 Max. I think the iPhone 11 I read was going to see a 20 to 25% improvement, where the iPhone 11 Max will see like a 10 to 15% improvement. So a little bit smaller, but if you use a 5.8-inch iPhone, this is the one that I use, and I'm so excited to hear this, battery life is going to get better and probably fall more in line with the 10s Max and the 10R as well, because the battery life on this is okay, but I basically switched to the iPhone 10R at a couple points in the past year just because the battery life was 2, 3, 4 hours better than the $1,000 iPhone 10s. So that is excellent news. You're also going to be getting wireless charging, but not in the traditional sense on the iPhone 11 and 11 Max. So with these phones, you're going to be able to reverse wireless charge your Apple Watch or your AirPods. AirPods are confirmed, Apple Watch is sort of up in the air, but you're said to be able to, if your watch is low on battery or your AirPods are low on battery and you need to charge them, to literally do this, set this on your phone and have it start charging. Now, it's a feature that will be niche because, of course, your devices are going to be charged up most of the time, but I can tell you guys a number of occasions where I've traveled home for the weekend and forgot my Apple Watch charger. And with that, I could just charge my phone up overnight and then for, 15, 20 minutes, set my Apple Watch on my phone during the day and have it charge up really quickly. Same thing is true if you go to the gym, you forget your AirPods. This is, again, one of those features. I think Samsung introduced it on the S10 and it works really well. So I'm happy that Apple's stealing this one for the iPhone because we definitely could use it. Taking a look at the bottom of the iPhone 11, I was so hopeful that we would see USB-C, but according to 9to5Mac today, and what I'm looking at in front of me right now, it is not USB-C. Lightning said to stick around. It's been on the phone since 2012 with the iPhone 5. It is sticking around for one more year. Gonna be there in 2019, so no USB-C. It's frustrating because I always have to specially pack a lightning cable rather than bringing one charger for my iPad, MacBook, and iPhone. That would be extremely convenient, and I wouldn't even need to pack an Apple Watch charger or an AirPods charger if I had reverse or bilateral wireless charging on my iPhone. So unfortunately this year, again, on the iPhone 11R right here and the iPhone 11, there's still no USB-C port. The flip side of that, though, is that on the new 2019 iPhone models, there is going to be a fast charger in the box. That is something that we've heard a few times now, and it was rumored for like 3-4 years, so I feel like this is the year that it finally has to happen. So if you are super tired of the 5-watt slow charging power brick being the standard, Apple has finally figured out, they probably need to offer some additional benefit with the minuscule upgrades they're already doing this year, and that is 18-watt fast charging out of the box. So it's the same charger that ships with the iPad Pro right now, and I think the cable included in the box for the first time ever is not going to be a USB-A to Lightning. I think it's going to be a USB-C to Lightning cable because, again, that's what rumors have suggested. So yes, technically USB-C is coming in some way to the 2019 iPhones, but, not on the bottom where it actually matters. Now, I almost have to laugh at this one just because, again, it is a rumor like the fast charging brick that we have heard like every single year forever, as long as I've been on YouTube. But Barclays, I believe, pushed out a report a long while back that said the 2019 iPhones would support the Apple Pencil. And a lot of the times the way this works is it will leak out like a year or two before it actually happens. So it'll be incorrect info or let's say the 2018 iPhone, but correct info for the 2019 iPhone. So Apple Pencil support in some capacity could be coming to some of the 2019 iPhone models. I assume that Apple would not add it on the smaller 5.8-inch iPhone 11, but especially if you do have an iPhone 11 Max, the screen is big enough to where I could comfortably use an Apple Pencil. And if you already own one of these second-generation Apple Pencils, I don't see why Apple would not expand support. It's been rumored again forever. I feel like we heard stylus rumors for the iPhone 4 or 5 back in the day, but maybe after so long, it happens for this year's iPhones. But it's a toss-up. I wouldn't be super confident in this one. Both these phones are going to be kind of expensive still. We're hitting $749 probably for the second generation iPhone 10R, or now known as the 11R. $1,100 basically, $1,099 for the 11 Max, and $999 again for the iPhone 11, unless Apple goes crazy and drops the price maybe to $899. That would make this iPhone 11 so much more compelling. But I don't think Apple's going to do any price drops based on we're hearing now the 16-inch MacBook Pro coming later this year is going to start at $3,000. I don't think Apple's going to be doing any price cuts anytime soon. Now, as for colors for the 2019 iPhones, the iPhone 11R is going to come in a wide variety. We're talking about a brand new green and purple. I feel like Apple's kind of trying stuff out with this. I don't know if it's going to pay off or it's going to work because those are super interesting colors. And the new purple and green are actually going to be replacing coral and blue, which is surprising because I feel like blue especially was a pretty popular color. So the total lineup is going to be white, black / space gray, yellow, green, purple, and then of course product red as well. But on the iPhone 11 and 11 Max, nothing exciting here. Not even like product red out of the gate we're hearing. It's going to be the traditional space gray, black, very similar to this, also white and silver, and then of course gold is going to be retained again this year, just like we saw initially on the iPhone XS. With the colorings on the 2019 iPhones, we are actually going to be getting a new finish. Now, on my dummy units, unfortunately, it's not there. They feel just like, a cheap thing of plastic because that's what they are. When the actual 2019 iPhones launch, we're looking to see sort of a frosted glass, brand new back that improves grip. And nobody's really seen or felt what this is going to be like, but the actual finish on the backs of the iPhones is going to be seeing an upgrade this year as well. Again, I think Apple's strategy here is that if they add the small grip upgrade and the third camera and reverse or bilateral wireless charging and a faster processor and maybe better audio or Wi-Fi 6, that's sort of been thrown around as well. If they add all these little incremental upgrades, it might be enough to push a lot of buyers over the edge. As of what we're hearing right now, I want to know if that's true for you. Are you planning to upgrade this year, or are you waiting for the big upgrade? Redesigned iPhone, brand new, twice refresh rate, 120 hertz screen, super fast processor, likely better battery life. Are you waiting for that phone with new camera tech as well next year in 2020? I'd love to hear your thoughts and discuss it down below in the comments section. But as of right now, guys, that's what we're hearing for the 2019 iPhones. These are the phones going to be in everybody's hands later this year. And you guys saw it here first on iupdate, or second or third or fourth or fifth. I can't remember, what order I actually uploaded this video in comparison to everybody else, but first 15, first 20, something like that in the world. That's just super cool. These are the 2019 iPhones. Hit like if you enjoyed, hit subscribe for more. I've been Sam. I'll catch you cool cats in the next video.